So y'all mean to tell me, after all the years of dodging bullets, surviving shootouts, and walking around like the untouchable prince of Chicago drill, Lil Durk couldn't survive the lunch line in jail? Yeah, you heard me right. Reports are flying that Durkio wasn't just checked. He was attacked inside the very place he thought he could finally play low-key. And don't act shocked, because this is the same man who turned every courtroom into a rap concert and every Bond hearing into a mini reality show. But now, the street legend is finding out that those concrete walls don't come with bodyguards, entourages, or Instagram lives to flex on. What really went down behind those steel bars? Who set them up? Was it rival gangs waiting for their shot at clout, or was it someone from inside his own circle who wanted him silenced? And let's not forget, this is the same Lil Durk who once claimed he had the city on lock. Well, it looks like the city got its payback. Right there in the jail yard. Buckle up, because this ain't just another rap headline. This is a full-blown scandal, and we're tearing it open piece by piece. So let's start peeling this onion of chaos. Because trust me, every layer stinks worse than the last. First things first, Lil Durk ain't new to controversy. If anything, he's the poster child of how to run toward drama like it's a paycheck. This is the same Durk who dodged a murder case in Atlanta like it was a pothole on the freeway, only to pop back outside like nothing happened. Remember that? The surveillance footage, the alleged armed robbery, the "we got him on tape" moment. Yet somehow, Durk came out of that courtroom like it was Sunday service, fresh suit, little smirk and fans chanting "free the voice." But here's where the universe plays its petty little games. Durk thought he was untouchable, floating above the law like a drill messiah. At the jailhouse? Oh, the jailhouse doesn't care about your Billboard charts, your Drake features, or your private jet selfies. Behind those bars, you're just another inmate with a number and a tray. And according to multiple anonymous insiders who just so happened to whisper their little secrets into our DMIS, Durk found that out the hard way. They say it started small snide comments in the chow hall, little jabs about his lyrics, inmates joking about his fiancée, India, being outside while he's locked up. Petty, yes. But in jail, petty becomes lethal. Because these aren't fans asking for autographs. These are men with nothing to lose and everything to prove. And if they can take down the voice of the streets, oh, that's instant legend status in cell block folklore. And let's not forget Durk's history of making enemies like it's a hobby. Rival crews? Check. Old street beefs? Double check. Former associates turned haters? Triple check with a cherry on top. All those ops he rapped about? Guess what? They don't disappear just because you traded a mic for a jumpsuit. They're waiting, patient, hungry, and if rumors are true, one of them finally got the drop on him inside those walls. Now, the wild this video is this Durk apparently had been warned. Sources close to the situation claim prison guards pulled him aside, told him to lay low, keep quiet, stop flexing. But what does Durk do? Same thing he's always done. He treats jail like it's another stage, bragging about commissary snacks like they're platinum plaques, walking the yard like it's a music video shoot. And in a place where even looking at someone's shoes too long can get you cut, that's basically painting a target on your forehead. So when the attack came, it wasn't some random act of violence. It was premeditated, calculated, almost poetic. Durk, the man who rapped about surviving shootouts and living through the trenches, caught slipping in the one place he thought was safe from street politics, and that, my friends, is where the scandal kicks into overdrive. Because here's where things start looking less like a prison scuffle and more like a full-blown Netflix documentary waiting to happen. The so-called attack wasn't just a fistfight. Nah, insiders are whispering that this was a coordinated hit inside the jail. According to one leaked incident report conveniently misplaced by a guard and somehow ending up in the hands of bloggers, Durk was cornered in the rec area by a group of inmates tied to an old Chicago rival crew. And let me tell you, they didn't just want to rough him up. They wanted to humiliate him. Word is they made him drop his tray, push-up style, while laughing and chanting, "Where's the voice now?" Imagine that, the same man who raps about never folding, being forced to fold in front of half the cell block. The guards? Oh, apparently they looked the other way until fists started flying. By the time order was restored, Durk had visible injuries and one very bruised ego, and of course, once the story leaked, the internet turned into a circus. Fans on Twitter started trending hashtag #FreeDurk, not because they care about justice, but because they need their streaming playlists intact. One viral tweet read, "If Durk can't survive jail, what chance do the rest of us have?" Meanwhile, the haters had a field day. Memes poured in, showing Durk photoshopped into prison fight scenes, with captions like, "Durkio caught lacking in the cafeteria." But let's not forget the fake experts. Those YouTube commentators with stock photos and robot voices, claiming they got inside sources. Suddenly, everybody had a cousin, an uncle, or a plug in that same jail who swore they saw the attack firsthand. Some even went so far as to say this wasn't just gang politics, but an inside job orchestrated by industry enemies. Yes, you heard that right. The conspiracy theorists are convinced somebody high up in the music game wanted Durk checked, and the prison was the perfect place to do it. And speaking of industry enemies, let's stir the pot a little deeper. Remember those lingering rumors about Durk and NBA YoungBoy's camp? About how their beef wasn't just about music, but bloodlines, loyalty, and millions of dollars at stake? Well, social media detectives are now connecting dots that probably don't exist, claiming YB's people somehow made a call and pulled strings behind bars. Because why not? It makes the story spicier, but here's the kicker. An anonymous guard reportedly told an underground blog, Durk brought this on himself. He walked in here like a celebrity, not an inmate. That doesn't fly. In other words, Durk's downfall wasn't just about his enemies, it was about his attitude. He thought fame would shield him, but in jail, fame is just another reason to get targeted. So now, with fans divided, memes on overdrive, and conspiracy theories spiraling, the real question is, what happens next? Because if this is just the beginning, Durk's so-called voice of the streets might get permanently silenced behind bars. Because once you strip away the memes, the conspiracy theories, and the Twitter drama, you're left with the ugly truth. This attack has consequences way bigger than just a black eye and some dented pride. The fallout is hitting like a domino effect, and every piece that falls exposes another layer of chaos. First off, the jail itself is under fire. Reports are swirling that an internal investigation has been launched, with state officials demanding answers. How could a high-profile inmate like Lil Durk get ambushed under their watch? Did guards deliberately look the other way? Or worse, were they this video of it? Already, whispers about corrupt corrections officers are making the rounds, with some claiming guards were bribed to let the fight happen. Imagine that, Durk not only fighting ops, but fighting a system stacked against him, and don't think the legal world is sitting this one out. Lawyers are lining up like it's open mic night, each one eager to file lawsuits, complaints, and petitions. Durk's legal team is reportedly considering suing the prison for negligence, while prosecutors are secretly celebrating because a wounded, distracted Durk is a lot easier to break down in court than a cocky, confident one. But here's where it gets really messy. The streets are watching. Rival gangs are using this as proof that Durk ain't as untouchable as he claims. Already, rumors of retaliation are bubbling. Some are saying if word gets back to Chicago that one of Durk's enemies orchestrated this, then brace yourself for another wave of violence on the outside. We're talking about a ripple effect that could stretch from cell blocks to sidewalks, from commissary beef to real-life funerals, and then there's the industry side. Promoters are panicking, investors are pulling out, and record labels are quietly drafting contingency plans in case Durk doesn't make it out of jail in one piece. One leaked email from an anonymous exec reportedly said, "Durk is now a liability. We can't put millions behind someone who might not survive the year." Brutal? Yes, but in the music industry, loyalty is only as deep as your last Billboard chart. Meanwhile, Durk's fans are split right down the middle. Half are demanding justice, claiming their favorite rapper is being targeted by the system. The other half? They're starting to whisper that maybe, just maybe, Durk's past finally caught up to him. Because let's be real, when you spend a decade rapping about smoke, eventually the smoke finds you. So here's the big picture. Durk's attack isn't just an isolated incident. It's a spark that could ignite legal battles, street wars, and even financial collapse for one of rap's biggest stars. Whether he comes out of this stronger or broken depends on the next moves made behind those bars. And judging by the chaos already in motion, this is one scandal that ain't going quiet anytime soon. And now the question is, was this just a random prison fight? Or was Lil Durk the target of something way bigger, a setup that could shake the entire rap game? Is this karma finally catching up to The Voice, or is the system out here playing chess with his life? Drop your thoughts below, because trust me, this conversation is about to get messy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, this video, because the truth they don't want you to hear, we'll keep spilling it right here.